Hey guys, welcome to the Avantnovis live stream. My name is Dan, and today we're looking at some updated software for map making and dungeon crafting. We'd also like to thank our Patreon members right now: Nick, Dr. V, Ralph, H, Tensty, Northern Lion. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Matthew, Alphas, Puppet Master. Thank you so much. Disney Reject and Mr. J. Thank you all for supporting the stream. And I hope you guys are voting on what we'd like to do and also enjoying all those free maps you get on Patreon. Let's go ahead and get started immediately, really quick. The first thing we're going to look at is we're going to go look in Incarnate. They have just updated, significantly updated their way that they organize their symbols. This is their update list. It's basically new design, advanced filtering systems. The group tag option isn't exactly an update. It's just they're drawing focus to it. They do have foldable groups, navigation levels. We'll go all into that right now. We're just looking at this Incarnate because it has such a large amount of symbols. It's just kind of hard to find in the previous versions. Let's go ahead and jump into one of these maps that I've already made, and let's have a look at the new menu redesign. And we'll let this load up really quick. Slowly. All right, here's the map we had previously made. Let's go ahead and go into the stamp menu. This is actually really kind of cool with what they've done. Basically, in our fantasy world, you can now close all of these maps that you don't need and just focus on the ones you do need. You can shrink them down, and that's really quite nice of them to do, because the previous ones were a little bit... You'd have to cycle through an entire section. You can also, the filter search is a lot better. Just type in house, and it just throws down pretty much everything you want. Something else that I really enjoy is they've now separated and made sure that you can, in your menus, they've separated everything out. There's also a new battle map system. It's Battle Map 2.0 they've came out with. They're still in their beta mask. Their beta for the world maps, I mean for the battle maps, but they've added thousands of new symbols. And again, the menu, I can't stress how much this makes life easier for the menu systems when you're creating battle maps. So well done, Incarnate. Thank you so much. Gives us a lot more access to your features. Something else they've done is you can also import your own custom. You could import these before and upload them, but now that you have a special spot that's my art, and you can also delete some of these and modify them. So let's say I want my own personal logo up in a map I make. I can do that now too, or something to that effect. Pretty fun, pretty good. I'm really grateful for them to do that. It's going to make life in Incarnate a lot better and a lot easier. All right, let's go into the two big things that I wanted to show today. First one is Dungeon Alchemist. Let's go ahead and open that really quick. Now, Dungeon Master is the 3D dungeon generator. It's one of my favorite programs. And they've added quite a bit of new features. Let's go ahead and create a new map really quick so we can show these. Let's go to 2020. All right, first things first, they've created an entirely new desert archive. Let's go ahead and look at these new building places. There you have the hovel. Let's make a little place like that. There's the new laboratory. So if you like deserts and laboratories, there you go. Very cool Arabian Nights themes here. You have a new palace baths. Palace Amon. A palace treasury room. A throne room, which I think is a really I really do like the throne rooms. They also have a treasury, again, a treasury. And then some really cool ones. They have now some tents, which I found to be pretty neat, my personal opinion. And I'll show you why here in a second. Then we have a tea house, then a tent shop. So pretty neat, very cool. They look really good if you are, well, I'll show you the next biggest feature I'm really excited about. Something else they've also done is they have made a first-person viewing mode for the individual dungeons. So you can come into these rooms and actually now move through them. Open doors. It does have a collision on. But yeah, you can move through open doors now. But yeah, it does collide with objects. So as you can see in the camera, it also collides with walls. Don't know why we have that picture in a desert room, but that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, really cool little viewfinder that you can do now in Dungeon Alchemist. Something else they've also done that I really am appreciative about is in your objects, you have a new object brush. Now they've added a ton of new objects, and we'll look at those here in a second, but our object brush allows us to place objects in a lot bigger area. Let's say outside. See, just a quick little brush. We can place like trees. You got plants, toadstools, pretty much anything here. I love the rock formations that you can just stack rocks like crazy. I think that's a really cool feature that you can make some outside stuff. Quick and easy. Storage. We can put bones in all these rooms, like something really bad and nasty happened there. Graveyard, cobwebs. Foods, libraries, a ton of books and stuff. Candles, a lot of candles. Candles everywhere. Food, drink, cushions. Let's do cushions in one of these tent rooms. That'd be kind of cool. Cushions! And of course, you can also brush size and the density of the objects, meaning I can have a lot of cushions that are really dense, or I can make other things that I like jewels and stuff. Crazy gems all over the place. Files. And other things like that. Weaponry all over, like a battleground or something like that. Weapons and stuff. And then we can, of course, go into 3D mode. Go in and look at all the clutter we've placed down. Stuff like that. Something else they've also added, which I thought was a really nice touch, is they've also added token support. You can, if you link your account to a Hero Forged, you can get a bunch of free tokens. And you can also import your characters, your digital miniatures that comes with a pro subscription. But they're actually the characters from Hero Forge in all their glory. They're actually really good. You can make your own settings. The ones I have here are the ones that are for free. Once you link your account, with some monsters in here and stuff like that. Maybe a fighter or two kicking around. And then again, you can go look at them. This room of fire. Again, these are made specifically in Hero Forge. I didn't pay the monthly price for them because I made my own miniatures. But these are really cool, really well done way of adding Unity assets into Tale Spire. Hello, Northern. How are you doing today? Just going through the different software and their updates. Right now we're looking at Tale Spire and the new brushes they made, the new first-person views that they've made. Oh, let's go through there. Close that door. Come on. and just some of the other features that they've got going for them. So really cool assets there. If you have a Hero Forge character, you can add them into this and create the maps that you want. So nice job there, Hero Forge. I mean, Hero Forge and for Dungeon Alchemist. So highly recommend Dungeon Alchemist. It's really fun. My only critique for them is I wish... Oh, let's look at some of the new icons they have. They have some new ones. Yeah, I'm still kind of under the weather. It's been a slog to get through this. So new objects that they do have. They do have a ton of alchemist concoctions and creations. They also have some, they also have really focused on adding assets and customized assets that are built for the outside. So that's pretty fun. So yeah, there's the new objects there. Goes all the way down. We got spices. We got broken staircases, which are really cool. We have cupboards, beds, tables, clay lanterns everywhere. Something else they did is with some of the objects they've made. Some of the objects they've made, you can now recolor them. You can customize their color and how they look. So awesome way to, just a really awesome way to customize the objects. They do it in such a way that you're coloring just where there's colors portions of it and not like the wood and stuff or anything else like that. But again, awesome update. Awesome things that they've done. As for our... let's draw something really quick. Let's go for our desert. Let's go for our residential tent. Make something big here. All right. The newest, you've got these Arabian style windows. You have these Arabian style walls. Some really kind of awesome stuff that they've got going here. Again, they do mark what's new in each of the boxes, and they've chosen some really fun. They've chosen some really well-made assets this time around. So, Tale Spire, that's the biggest updates. And again, of course, we have our tokens that we can now put into play, and our Hero Forge items and stuff like that. Terrains, nothing new in terrain. Same old, same old, same old with lighting. The tokens are the big update, as well as the 3D viewer. Again, I really think the 3D viewer is great. So like, yeah, you make a dungeon, go, hey, this is what you see before you. Yay! Hi, Iron Pen, how are you today? Good to see you. So a lot of new assets in Tale Spire. I mean, excuse me, Dungeon Alchemist. Again, highly recommend Dungeon Alchemist. And I wish they did have curved walls, but that's my only gripe. So let's go ahead and let's look at another software that has got a pretty substantial update since we saw it last. Go ahead and close that. Bring up this. This is Tale Spire. And Tale Spire, in my opinion, is Minecraft's Live's on. Oh man, I chose a bad time to do a stream. That's hilarious. Let's go ahead and... This is Tale Spire. If you haven't played Tale Spire, it is a tabletop, specifically for a tabletop role-playing engine that allows you to share create maps, share maps, and also get online and other stuff like that. Oh, quick comment about Dungeon Alchemist as well. Totally forgot to tell you guys this, is that it now has built-in Steam support. That you can share maps and, comment and judge other people's maps too. So really good, important feature of Dungeon Alchemist. So I'm excited for that. Let's go back to Tale Spire right now. Close out that. Okay, Tale Spire has gone through a ton of new mainly a ton of new assets. On top of fantasy assets, they have come up with sci-fi assets, and they've separated it into two different sections. So you got your medieval fantasy, and you got your sci-fi and cyberpunk. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. You have some brick buildings, which are pretty cool. Let's throw down a couple of tiles here for these. So brick buildings, and again, if you haven't seen this before, Tailspire basically lets you build pretty much whatever you want with a large amount of options and tags and other things like that. So yeah, so sci-fi stuff, you got chambers. These are pretty cool. That you can build in. If you're a game master or someone that is putting together any type of maps for online play, I cannot recommend Tailspire enough. It is a great program. It's easy to use. It's easy to get into. See, just right there, I've got a little hallway almost done. Some additional things. They have concrete buildings for your post-apocalyptic fun. You have construction. So let's say we're out and about and we wanted to place some construction equipment. We have doors, big slatty doors that are pretty cool. Again, additional sci-fi elements. It also has some, let's look at the facility elements. These are more labs and stuff like that. A lot of choices in this one. A lot of choices. Floor lights, pretty cool. Floor lights, they also have curved walls for all your curvature needs. You can make spaceships out of this stuff really easy. Again, well done, Tailspire. For a ship, again, you can make your own spaceship. Whatever you want, like that. As such. They also have industrial. This is a huge update. If you're not, if you haven't been in Tailspire before, this is a massive update that they've just gone ahead and completed. Some industrial areas. I'm just willy-nilly choosing some of these. The sci-fi stuff I have branched before into some of the role-playing games that I play, but not in quite. I'm really glad to see that they're offering sci-fi tile sets and other items as such. So yeah, you can build your own little staircase up to wherever you want. Of course, that doesn't look too good, so let's change that. Again, really easy to move around and operate. You just place holding Alt to turn, clicking a button to place. Really fast and loose. Street tiles, and that's pretty much it for the sci-fi and fantasy. However, medieval and fantasy, we've got a lot of new tile sets as well. Not only sci-fi, we have the new aberration tile sets, which are, let's just say, creepy as heck. So let's go ahead and give that a second load. So it's all bioorganic creepiness things going here. But again, very, very cool. Great tile set, fun times. Eldritch walls and stuff like that for our live stream. You know, it'd be awesome to do a dungeon in here. Yeah, just a ton of new tiles, new tile sets. Mix and match what you want. Some of these like Promethean wall things going on here. Just having a fun time. They don't like it when you clip these though, so just be aware. You can shut off clipping though, so you can place pretty much anything anywhere. So we have these aberration tile sets that I kind of like. They're creepy, they're fun. I'm just showing off, since it is Saturday, I'm just showing off some new software that Iron Pen, some new software that we've covered in the channel before, like Incarnate, Dungeon Alchemist, and right now we're in Tale Spire. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in Tale Spire because it's been a long time since we used it, and I absolutely love this piece of software. They've also added a desert village since last time we saw it. We might, sometime we might actually just make a dungeon, and I'll publish it online for people with Tale Spire. Caverns, lava, deserts, harbors. They've made a marble palace since we saw it last. Let me just throw down some of those tile sets really quick. They've done some very neat and schwanky stuff with Tailspire to make it even better than it was. Highly recommend Tailspire. All right, let's go ahead. We have merchant caravans. They had that before. Nature, they had that before. Palisades. This is one of the newer things we haven't reviewed before. You can basically make your own little, you know, Visigoth fortress. Do you want me to make a stream there, Iron? I will, if someone has interested in it. I can show you kind of something I've made previously. This is, I was making a tower. Oops, there's the FX again. I think it is this one. Hope it's this one. Otherwise, it's going to be awkward. I was making a tower. This is one of the things I had done before. I was making a tower and I was going to set it underwater. As such. Then you can dictate on what, here's the basement that the characters were going to play in. Them out, they can see what's above them, and they can go to the next level, and then the next level, then the next level. This is one of the dungeons I made. So turn water off there for a second. You make a section of a city of one of your maps. See, that'd be very kind of interesting. That would be very kind of interesting. We could start with a overland map. And then just kind of build from there. Sewers we've seen, rural we haven't seen. Well, it has been a part of the thing. Ruined temples, as I said, palisades. We now have the ability to build our own fortress. Against the inevitable roving barbarian hordes. Yeah, just that quick, I made a little palisade. Rural, sewers, everything else like that. The main one is the aberrations. Now, something else they've added a lot since we were in this is a extensive library of creatures. Let's go ahead and look at those really quick, because this is definitely one of the coolest things. These are our aberration critters. Let's go ahead and keep the view in build distance about right there. Yeah, just some creepy little crawlies. Yeah, there's our twisted aberrations. We'll just put some of these tokens down. Little bug things going on. Little mind flayer, which they can't use the term. So yeah, mind flayer thing going on there. Arrgh. We have a grill. And then we have a slant, it looks like, from D&D. Very cool. Beast they've added. A lot. Everything from cats, goats, to scorpions, to rabbits, to pterodactyls, to giant rats, undead giant rats, which I enjoy. You can make a harbor full of monster-infested boats. Okay, I will do that next time. You have celestials. Of course, the obligatory dice. Constructs. We haven't seen these before on this channel. There's the thing from... Let's go over into this. There's the thing from... Whatnot. Creepy little rabbit thing. Scarecrow guy. Let's see. Constructs. They also have these demons. We haven't covered these before for these miniatures. Again, always impressed with Tale Spire and their demons and their miniatures that they do. They have a great, whoever's doing these, great eye, doing a great job on these. Dragon folk. We have dwarves, undead, orcs. The cyberpunk and sci-fi stuff are really cool. We have our astronaut citizens, law enforcers, and street people. Again, this was a free update and didn't cost anything. Undead Wraith that they added into it. So a lot of stuff here in Tale Spire. We'll do some monster infested boats. You know what? I will do that. That will be fun. I'll get a background and a harbor made, and then we can make some boats. So, yeah. Again, continue Tailspire. They continue to amaze with all that they do and the number of assets they add for free. Right now, I'm just adding some giants and ogres. We also have the Fae. Really reminiscent of Tailspire. Hero Forge, but very, very cool. Like what they do. Like their models. You know, whatever dice you want to roll. Yay! Yeah, we can do a harbor. Let's do a harbor. That would be actually really, really fun. Iron Pen. We can do a harbor. No giants, half demons, half orcs. Again, I'm going through this, and a lot of these I haven't even seen yet because I haven't been in here in a couple months. And that should tell you how much they update this software. So again, fun stuff here. Really, really love Tailspire. It is by far my most favorite online tabletop RPG. You just have to... The other person that needs it, yes, has to have a copy of it. But once you get in there, it's pretty much all hands on deck. And then you can... Pretty much... Let's see if I have attack. Oh, you can kill it. You can keep track of hit points. You can enable flying. You can morphs if it has a morph. Let's see if I can find one that does. I don't have a morph. You can also enable torches on them to highlight them. Also, if you notice with this giant, when I move them around, the ground shakes. So if they're very big and heavy creatures, that actually goes on. Just a nice little touch that they added in. Let's get one to attack here. Oh, you can change the base color. You can make unique. You can set the size. You can have player permissions. You can rename stuff. A little bit of setup to get stuff done, but it's fine. You can also make stats. A little bit of preparation. There is a lot of preparation that goes into this. However, it is quite impressive on what they've done. And you have a constant build menu that's there, or you can just play around with whatever it has. Let me see if... Let's get a player character. Oops. All right, we won't worry about player characters, but you can have, there's now also an AoE effects and spell damage effects and other things like that. So well done on Tale Spire. Really love this product. I can't recommend it enough. Again, really easy, fun, snaps to use, quick. I will do Iron Pen. I will do a video on making a island in Tale Spire. And we can also, one of my favorite things to do is we can also flood everything. And it's just such a good effect when you're underwater. It gives you this really cool underwater feel. And sound of being underwater, which I think is absolutely great. Of course, you can kind of go into a first-person mode. It's not something there, a feature, but you can simulate it there. All right. All right, guys, this has been just a quick video, just on Saturday. I believe that most of everybody else is watching Minecraft, so that's pretty awesome. So again, Incarnate, they have put a new file system. In Dungeon Alchemist, they've made a new third-person view. Very nice. They've added a new tile set. Still wishing that we'd get some curved tiles like these. And then Tale Spire just keeps on keeping on doing some amazing stuff. So, you know, well done, Tale Spire. If I could knock down one of these guys. Nope. I can mess with the dice. That's cool. All right, guys. This has been down to Avantnovis. This is just a quick video for Saturday. I don't think I'm going to do too much. I'm actually still feeling sick, but I wanted to get at least one stream in here. Northern, thank you for being here. Iron Pen, also thank you for that great idea about the videos. I will do that. Again, these are our Patreon members: Nick V, Dr. V, Nick, Dr. V, Ralph, Tennessee, Northern, Matthew, Hal Furnace, Puppet Master, Disney Reject, and Mr. J. Thank you all for much contributing to the channel and helping me out. We will be getting a new campaign map, one of our deluxe big 24 by 32 600 DPI map up in the next week or so. Thank you all so much for coming. We'll also have a miniature going up as well. Thanks to everybody for coming to the stream, and have a great day.